Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's day is Thursday, the 12th of December, 2024, the year of 1 million transactions per second or more. So again, I'm still on my laptop today, so before we get into it, let's cue the music.
Down in a small town where the cornfields grow high, there's talk of the future and a man who won't lie. Underneath the big old stars with a country code, there's a revolution brewing that's about to explode. Craig says he's Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. From the Genesis block where the story began, he's acclaiming his legacy of digital man. Craig says he's Satoshi like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. From the Genesis block where the story began, he's acclaiming his legacy of digital man.
There we go. Right, let's get into the first news article then. So this one is by Cointelegraph. It says, Mark Cuban educates comedian Jon Stewart on crypto. This should just be funny in itself, really, because we know that he's a shitcoiner. So, quote here, he said, I feel like this is turning into a digital currency for dummies, Jon Stewart said to the billionaire during the interview in his weekly podcast. In one of the first interviews after supporting Vice President Kamala Harris, what a fail that was, in 2024, United States presidential election billionaire and cost-plus drugs co-founder Mark Cuban appeared on Daily Show part-time host Jon Stewart's podcast to discuss digital assets. In a December 12th episode on the weekly show with Jon Stewart, Cuban said he strongly pushed for the Harris campaign to target young men in the 2024 election, in part based on their affinity for crypto and feeling, quote here, part of a community. The billionaire said he told Vice President Harris and Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler that administration's policies on crypto could cost her the election. All right, so now he's claiming that it was he told her so. There's an argument to be made when you look at the numbers. A whole lot of young men voted against Kamala Harris, said Cuban. I think crypto had a lot to do with it. You think crypto had a lot to do with it? I don't think it actually did, to be honest with you. They can't define a woman and they think men can get pregnant. Yeah, all right, mate. Cuban put his name forward as a possible replacement for Gensler, so he doesn't know anything about securities fraud. In the event, Harris was victorious on November 5th. After Donald Trump won the US presidential election, he said he intended to nominate former SEC Commissioner Paul Atkins on the chair of the regulatory body in 2025. Here we go. In 2025, a comedian's crypto lesson, Stewart described himself as someone who knew slightly about blockchain but compared investing in tokens with gambling. Cuban went into detail educating the comedian about digital assets and comparing BTC to digital gold. That's the first massive fail. He also explained how Gensler regulated many tokens as securities, the cryptocurrency store of value, supply limit, and remitting funds faster and cheaper. He said, I apologize for making you do this remedially, Stewart said to Cuban about his explanation of crypto, but I really don't know it so well, and I would like to know it. The comedian added, quote here, I feel like this is turning into a digital currency for dummies where it is, and unfortunately, I'm the dummy. Well, probably not money, because he wouldn't have got caught out shitcoining, would he? Stewart, who hosted the news and entertainment program The Daily Show from 1999 to 2015, before returning as part-time host in the 2024, as far from the first high-profile comedian to express uncertainty about the digital asset industry. In 2022, BTC proponent Anthony Pompliano spoke to Bill Maher on a podcast, prompting the comedian to say he would invest in the cryptocurrency. The Daily Show star had interviewed Cuban many times in his role as a TV host and podcaster. The pair discussed cryptocurrencies, decentralized autonomous organizations, and Cuban's investment strategies in a 2022 podcast before a significant market downturn that would envelop FTX, Voyager Digital, Celsius, and other firms. There we go. What an absolute joke shop that is. Like shit coining turning into shit showing is what that is. Yeah, get your popcorn ready. Can't wait to see their faces when they actually find out what has really gone on. And Craig has just posted here. This sounds pretty good. He goes, let me tell you something about Bitcoin. If it's going to survive decades, hell, if it's going to survive at all, you better get one thing straight. Digital asset recovery and recovery aren't optional. They're essential. The long game demands it. This isn't some pipe dream about decentralization saving the day. That's just a fairy tale people tell themselves when they don't want to face the hard truth. You want privacy? Then stop treating Bitcoin like it's a vault. It's not. It's cash. Use it like cash. Never, and I mean never, reuse addresses. You think you're safe holding Bitcoin in one big pile? Think again. Don't sit on it like it's your retirement fund. Don't let it rot there for years, stagnant, collecting digital dust. You want to stay smart? Keep it moving. Lots of small keys, spread out, randomized. Move your Bitcoin every damn month if you can. Set it up to shift automatically, like clockwork. Keep it alive. Keep it moving. Yeah, transaction fees. This isn't some game where you park your coins and pray the number goes up. That's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin's about flow. It's about circulation. It's about making sure your keys stay fresh, your movements stay unpredictable, and your private keys stay intact. You want Bitcoin to be cash? Then treat it like cash, not a savings account, not a treasure chest. Cash, always moving, always dynamic. That's the only way it works. Anything else, you're just kidding yourself. And he also said, if you don't want your Bitcoin tied up in the kind of orders and seizures that will come from anything built on it, property, contracts, whatever, then listen close. Small individual keys matter. I shouldn't even need to explain this, but here we are. When you've got a large address sitting fat with millions, you've lost the game. That's not cash, that's an account. And accounts get tracked, monitored, frozen, and taken. Oof. Cash, real cash, isn't recoverable. It's fleeting, it's free, it's alive. When you've got Bitcoin split into $100 amounts, scattered, moving, dynamic, that's cash. That's freedom. But when you treat it like BTC people do, hoarding it in massive stagnant addresses, thinking you're clever, you've made it into exactly what was never meant to be: traceable, taxable, and vulnerable. Bitcoin wasn't built to sit still. It wasn't made to be a damn trophy or some digital gold locked in a chest. It's supposed to flow, to move, to change hands like a $20 note, bill slipping out of your wallet. If you want it to stay cash, you've got to treat it like cash. Small keys, no reuse, constant motion, anything else, and you're just turning it into another account, just like the ones the banks already own, and we know how that story ends. Indeed, we do. What a fantastic article there from the man himself. So while we're on it, let's have a quick look at the figures then. Oh, check it out. Number going up a little bit. We got $101,561 for a B crash. Hash rate 99. Network nodes 98. But look at that. It is a BS chain. A completely BS chain. There is 0 transactions on it. And literally just 1% of the block size. What an absolute joke shop that is. But over on Bitcoin, we've got 98% of the block size, 99.46% of the transaction volume. Only 0.1% of the nodes, 0.06% of the hash rate, and a price of just $69. That is absolutely insane. As Piers Corbin said to me yesterday, he recognized it straight away. Mining Bitcoin at a 14.1% comparable loss. Let's just have a look at the Bitcoin feed to block reward ratio. Look at that. That is looking beautiful. Grapecoin hash rate 7 days. Bcrash hash rate, what a joke. Fisher price, who cares? And then we've got Bitcoin. Let's just have a look at the mining on that quickly while we're here. Oh, Tal back up in front, 37%. Koof 36%. QD Link 22.5. Grillable 3.97. That's looking all right, that. Let's have a look at the transactions. Check it out. I've been looking at this all day. Holy moly. We're up to 91 million transactions over a 24-hour period. I think that started off this morning at, I think it was 86 million. Now we're at 91 million. So that's literally just added another 5 million just today since I've been monitoring it. Absolutely sensational stuff. Let's have a look at the hash rate then. So you'd think maybe with Tau getting back in front, more hash rate is being added to the network, but it doesn't actually look like it. It doesn't look like it at all. However, They must be getting worried because Tether has pumped another $1 billion into the market. It started off at 108 billion, or 138.7 billion. It's now 139.8 billion. Another $1 billion. We know where that's going to be going. That is going to be going into the shitcoin market. Probably pumping the lights of Ethereum, I'm guessing. Ethereum, XRP, all those shitcoins. And again, the only reason they're doing it is because they're trying to cover the return on investment that traders might get from genuine Bitcoin. So BTC 101,000, Ethereum, oh, it's gone down actually to 3,900. XRP $2.40, Sol still 231. Gosh, I remember seeing that when it was like under $1. How crazy is that? Doge 40 cents. Adra at £1.15. Oh my god. Oh my god. What an absolute shit show this is that we're looking at. Where's Bitcoin now? Crikey, we're in the 70s now. Look at that. So even the number's gone up and it's buried down at number 86. 86 on the cryptocurrency market cap. And yet we're looking at a coin that has got 97% of the entire market's transaction volume on its network. Absolutely crazy. Right, and that is just a quick 11-minute show. That'll do today. Should be back on my usual equipment tomorrow, so we'll have a more regular show. But I hope you enjoyed it. So as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.